Hey family, on November 20th through December 1st, 2022, we will have the all-inclusive Kenya trip. Now, a lot of times people have said, hey, Phil, when's the next trip we'd like to go? I want to see Africa for myself, but this is the time to go. Everything will be taken care of. All excursions are paid. You can do monthly payments. You know, they'll have safari and a 6-city tour. You will see Charlie Island, which is something that we did not see last time on the tour. This tour will be 12 days instead of 7 days. So make sure to secure your place on the trip by going to www.wbsvs.com, make your deposit, and then you can start making your payments, and we'll see you in Kenya. Well, one of our brothers, you know, is a truck driver. He ended up going to one of the most, infamous, sundown towns that we have in Texas, which is Vidor, Texas. Everybody knows Vidor. Vidor's history of anti-black racism and just pure hatred of black folks. So you always got to be careful if you go anywhere near that particular town. Now, I want you to hear the brother's story and how they told him about how he had to get out of town before nightfall because he was delivering a load. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Yo, let me tell y'all as quickly as I can about my night in a sundown town. Excuse me. Yes, I said that correctly. A sundown town. 2022, a sundown town. For those who don't know what a sundown town is, look it up on Google. But anyway, so I get a load going to a particular city in Texas, and I'm like, okay, well, let me head on over here and drop this off. They're gonna pay me this much. That's perfect. I like that. It's a quick 200 miles, make it quick. Whatever the amount was, great, cool. I get there and I look at the exit. I'm like, wait a minute. It took me to exit 861A. For those who don't know, it's a place called Vidor, Texas, Vidor, Vidor. I'm like, uh-oh, I've heard stories. Like pretty much everybody I know in Texas that's black tells me, do not go to Vidor, Texas. I'm like, okay. Yet here I was in Vidor, Texas. My load didn't deliver until this morning. This is from the perspective of yesterday. Didn't deliver until tomorrow at 8. It was like 5:30. So I get to the place. I'm not giving names of companies or anything like that. But while I'm driving to the place, I see trailer parks. I see a bunch of Confederate flags. I saw a doll of a black man. It was just a doll wrapped in a Confederate flag hanging from a tree by its neck. That's the type of stuff I saw in Vidor, Texas, which led me to believe that the reputation was fairly earned. I get there. The security guard says, hey, we got a code red. The guy gets on the phone. It's like, hey, I can't, I don't want to be responsible for this guy's safety. Let me go ahead and find somebody because we stopped taking loads at 4 o'clock. But I'll get somebody over here from the other side of the plant. Tell them to hang on. So I hang on. I'm doing what I got to do. Finally, somebody comes by about 15 minutes later. The guy said, let me hurry up and get you unloaded. He quickly gets me unloaded. And they say, dude, you might want to get up out of here as soon as possible. We're at sundown. You want to leave here now. Don't stop until you at least get to Beaumont. I was like, okay. He was like, no, seriously. I said, well, what about the police? Why aren't the police there? Police turned a blind eye. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do what you said. He said, yeah, man, I don't want to see you get in any trouble. So I went ahead and I took off, headed to Beaumont. I went to the Petro in Beaumont, slept there, and I had my Armalite Rifle 15 with me. Slept with a couple of extra magazines, but I'm safe, y'all. But that was my night in the sundown.
Now, I'm originally from Port Arthur, Texas, and we all know about Vidor, but it's not just Vidor. It's all them little East Texas places like that. That's almost, going toward Louisiana. Them little places like Kirbyville, Buna, Kuntz, Vidor, Hampshire, Fannett, all them little places like that. I'm just mentioning these little places. So hell, Diaspora got a lot of stuff going on too. It's more black people in Diaspora, but it's still hella racist. Black people from Diaspora know about that. It is 2022, but these people don't live like that. These people live in their mind like it's the 1930s. But if you're a black person, just to keep you safe, right? You want to go, like, let's say to Louisiana, fill up your car in Beaumont. If you run out of gas, getting close to it, fill up your car in Beaumont, get your little snacks in Beaumont, right? Don't stop at no gas station in them little areas from the time you get from Beaumont to Lake Charles. Now, you get to Lake Charles, stop. I'm a firm believer of stay on the highway. Don't take no shortcuts. Stay on I-10 and head yourself down to Louisiana. If you're going to go to Lake Charles. Now, if you're heading on to New Orleans or whatever, just stay your behind on I-10. Never veer off anywhere if you're going to be on the road. And that just really just to keep you, safe, okay? Because these people, they are backwoods. They are hella backwoods. I tell people, stay if you're going to do it or whatever, just stay in the major cities, or at least, I'm from Port Arthur. Of course, there's a lot of black people in Port Arthur. There's a lot of black people in Beaumont as well, and really, if I was to say move back to Beaumont or something like that, the cost of living would be so much lower than it is here in the Houston area. But, anybody that knows what's going on, ain't nothing going on down there. At all. That's why a lot of my classmates and everything have moved from those areas to Houston. That's kind of like the closest place we'll go, just away from, Port Arthur and Beaumont, just to have proximity to, our families. But yeah, just be careful. Don't be in those sundown towns. I'm a firm believer you can have your backwoods town, because none of these people, so-called sundown towns, are got nothing on and popping. Nothing. They broke. They struggling. They dusty. All they got, and they whole world is to hate black folk. And I'm like, you can keep that dusty place that you got. I'm not going to be there. I got a whole world I can see. You can keep your little dust. I'm going to enjoy the world. Because most of those people that's dusty like that and hateful like that, they're not going nowhere. They're going to stay right there and they're going to die right there. And that's a good place for them. Because all they do is infect the freaking world. So yeah, stay on I-10, black people. Don't stop at no gas station other than until you get to Lake Charles. That's it. But, there's, what y'all think about our brother here. If have any of y'all made a mistake and got into Vidor, Texas, and somebody told you, hey, boy, I think you need to get on out of here. Have you had them experiences? Let me know.
Is it hard to access affordable, healthy food? Then listen carefully. Daryl Addison, an African-American inventor, has patented a process for growing food on demand. He called it Torpedo Pot. Torpedo Pot is a fully automated flower pot that gives you control over your plant's environment. All you do is add soil, seeds, and plants to the flower pot and watch it grow. Yes, Torpedo Pot grows the rest. Visit www.torpedopot.com.